Alright, and we are back. Alright, we're back. Up and running. Let me go ahead and play this little part again right quick.
You are not paying attention to the signs and the wonders, the signs that are given. You're not paying attention to the children of light that He awakens daily, giving us word to speak.
Now, let's go ahead and play this video right quick.
Yeah, so I ain't never seen the moon look like that. So I had to come outside and take video and a photo of that, bruh. Look at that. Wow. Like normally it looks like that when it's way lower to the earth, but bro, you're telling me we ain't in the time of judgment? This is a premonition right here, bro. People ain't paying attention to these signs that are given so that you know your time is up.
There you have it.
Yeah, so
let me go ahead and see if I can find the picture. I know I had posted the picture too. Might be a little bit more difficult finding a picture. Or it might photos. Nope. All of that is dealing with. Let's see your photos. Okay, here we go. All right, you see this picture? That moon was bright red. You can kind of see two stars right there. You know, but that moon was bright red. You know, I'm surprised my camera picked up as good as it did. But you see how bright it is. On my camera normally does not pick up, you know, very good, okay? So you see how bright that moon is in this picture, okay? It was bright red, like a blood red, bro, okay? That's a premonition. That's a sign to let us know the time that we're living in, okay? And people are not paying attention to this, all right? They're ignoring all of these signs, all right? As in the days of Noah. That's what we're living. As in the days of Noah. And you know, Noah was spared, okay? So, you know, bro, I don't watch TV. Therefore, the only way I know about what these people are saying to the public, you know, is because of certain channels that I'm subscribed to. I get my information by way of the Spirit of Truth. All right, so I'm literally led via the Spirit of Truth. All right, and they're telling you, bruh, it's absolutely crazy. Like, people are not paying attention to these signs, okay, and they're being led to the slaughter unknowingly. And so this brings up that scripture, not wisdom, but the Solomon, not wisdom of Solomon, the wisdom scripture about how when you have a lot of wisdom, right? With a lot of wisdom comes a lot of sorrow. That's the one that I'm talking about. All right, I don't have to watch TV to know the time we're living in. Okay, no, the children of light is led by the Spirit of Truth. So when we hear about what they're telling people, it's lining up with biblical prophecy. It's lining up with what I have already been given to give. Okay, so you're not going to tell me that I'm off, all right? No, the wisdom of this world is foolishness with a great spirit, okay? I set my mind to know the wisdom of the great spirit, all right? Therefore, I'm considered mad and folly in this world, okay? I let go of the wisdom of this world. So that makes me mad, okay? Madness. You people, a lot of people want to say madness. You're insane. You cannot sustain your life without earning money like the rest of us. What, you think you're better than us? See, they don't understand that it's demons and devils that causes them to say this to me. As if they know what was in my spirit and in my head. As if they can just assume that I'm thinking a certain way. As if they could assume that the Great Spirit can't use me. As if it's based upon what they say or what they think. Like the Great Spirit can't use anyone outside of their ideology. This makes them very arrogant. Okay? That was the downfall of Lucifer, you know. Arrogance. Pride. You don't realize it because it's subtle deception. And bro, flowing by way of the Spirit, I gotta go with it. You know I gotta go with it. Even though it may seem like I'm completely changing subjects, but I'm really not. It's all in one accord and in unison. You would not be subjected to these demons whispering unto you if you did not partake of the table of Satan, which is eating animals. Okay? I'm not going to go into detail bringing out the scripture and showing you, because I showed the proof many times. Okay? You cannot see because you are blinded. And because you are blinded to spiritual truth, because you pollute your temple with dead bodies, therefore you are spiritually dead, you begin to attack us. When we are here on a divine mission from the very one you say you love and serve, do you understand how there is going to be a stiff penalty attached to that? You're professing out your mouth that you love the Most High, but yet you hate His representative that He sent here to help you. You spit on us, but claim you love and serve the Most High. Do you understand what you're looking like to the Great Spirit? Do you seriously think that He's going to protect you, self-righteous people? So you want to say madness, even though I set my mind to know the wisdom of the Most High. You want to say that's folly. Oh, you just playing on the computer. You want to demote down what I've been given as a hobby. But in much wisdom come much sorrow. And as knowledge grows, grief increases. They shall wear out the saints of the Most High. We go through much long suffering and persecution. You hate the children of light. You hate those of pure heart, because your heart is not pure. I understand why you hate me. You wish that you could have a pure heart, and you can, but it begins with humility. Dealing with your inner demons. Coming face to face with your transgressions. But that's too hard, you say. Therefore, it is much easier for you to project a false reality. But you're doing it to your own detriment. You're not gonna have protection. You can psych yourself out all you want. But you trusting in your money while you spit on his people, who's here to help give you understanding and clarity to the system that we were born into, and give warning of the coming judgment and the destruction of it there is. Indeed, all his days are filled with grief, and his task is sorrowful. I mean, you people want to claim that I'm arrogant, but my heart is pure before the eyes of the Great Spirit. Even at night, his mind does not rest, constantly in my head. It ain't futile. What is futile is your hatred against me. It's not going to stop me from loving you. You're not going to make me hate you because you withhold of substance from me. No, I pity you because I know that you chose what's temporary and casting away what's eternal. That's sad. Like, wow. It's hard for me to wrap my head around why you would choose what's temporary over what's eternal. They add so much bullcrap to the Bible, bro. Deceiving people. I flow by way of the Spirit. I don't blindly believe written words in the pages of books that mortal men wrote. Only that which is confirmed within me, that which was already within me. That is the foundation, the eternal living word, from the time of the beginning all the way to the time of the end. The scripture is only supposed to be used in reference to that. Confirmation to that. The scripture itself's not supposed to be the foundation. That's casting off the Spirit of truth and the Holy Spirit, discernment, and blindly believing in mortal men. Hey, if that's what you choose to do, then you go right ahead. We all have free agency, but we're all going to reap what we have sown. Let's continue.
Oh, you want to look your nose down at me? Oh, you want to claim that I'm so crazy, that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm so ignorant. Like, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh, Father, for they know not what they do. So yeah, I was talking to you about AT&T and their greed, okay? They are greedy. And so is Cox. Because they're doing the same thing. They're, okay, and it was less time with Cox. It was literally 3 months, yes. Because my bill with Cox, I forget exactly what date it was supposed to be due initially with Cox. I don't remember. But anyway.
Actually, I think it was the 30th. If I can remember right, because I got screenshots of when, I received, love donations in order to pay it, okay? So let me bring some of that up. 1 second. Alright. Give me a second. Bringing it up. You know my computer is slow. Alright. Does it have the date on this? Yeah. So let me switch you guys over. Alright. So this was a praise report that I did on the video. I don't remember the name of the video. Alright. There's over 800 videos on my channel now, okay? So, and bro, it's all led by way of the Spirit, okay? But yeah, this was June 17th of 2023, okay? I was able to pay the $54.43, alright? I said all praises to the living power, for funds were supplied for the past due bill on June 17th. Alright? Love is all we need. Okay? Compassion and mercy. That's all we need. I'm after divine love. I'm not after your money. I want you to show love, compassion, mercy, empathy. It is about your heart. It is about your mindset. Are you self-righteous to just automatically assume that I did this for your money? But my actions speak louder than your words that you want to say about me. Because if it was really about the money that I was after, I wouldn't care about you. I would allow you to be plagued with all kinds of ads so that I could be paid. But I didn't do that. I'm here out of love. I'm here to make you aware of your transgression against the Great Spirit. Can any of you accuse me of saying anything contrary to what he said in the beginning? I'll wait. My chat box is open. When did he tell you to slave for your bare necessities? Don't use that Adam and Eve that you gotta grow your food. That's not the same thing. Okay? Yeah, we gotta plant seeds and grow our food, till the ground a little bit. But that don't mean give your whole essence, energy, and soul to some corporation so the CEO can sit back and live lavishly off your slave labor. Stop it. The Great Spirit ain't never told you that that's what you're supposed to do. The Great Spirit told us to love one another as we love ourselves. Do for one another that which we will want done for ourselves. Refrain from doing to others anything that we would not want done to ourselves. This is the eternal law that ain't ever going to change. You're rejecting that law to follow the wisdom of this world. I'm sorry that I was the one given this message to give to you, okay? I'm sorry that you don't like that it's me. But my life has prepared me for this, in all honesty, okay? He created me for this. So I had to answer the call in my life, okay? But as we read in the scripture, that, it's a sorrowful life, okay? I go through much sorrow. I suffer for this, okay? A lot. I have to put up with all the hatred and ridicule. I have to put up with all the false projections that people want to place upon me. I had to deal with all the gaslighting all my life with no understanding. All of this helped to prepare me and helps to, keep me on my toes for one. But the only way that I can stand is by way of the Spirit. Because if I didn't have the Spirit of truth, if I didn't have the Great Spirit with me, then there ain't no way that I could withstand all that I've had to endure. You have to have the peace of the Great Spirit. You can't be tormented in your conscience. You can't be constantly convicted that you're doing something wrong. Okay? Because that's without peace. Those that ain't got no peace are constantly convicted, or something's constantly nagging at them. Okay? That's what it means to have no peace of mind. Peace of mind is a clear conscience. And I have a clear conscience. Therefore I have peace. See, I have the Spirit with me. That's what sets us apart from the charlatans. A charlatan can only last for so long. Then a facade will fall off. And their actions, their fruit, is contrary to that in which they say. And it's very evident to those with the eyes to see. But now, because we're in the time of the revealing, everybody is getting ready to see. All right? But I'm here to prepare you so that you are not afraid. I'm not here to give you the spirit of fear. I'm here to prepare you so that you can stand, so that you can withstand what's about to come upon this earth. And so that you're not afraid. So that you know that you're going to be protected. So that you know that you will not be misled by falsehoods and deceptions. Because, bro, I'm just flowing by way of the Spirit, okay? Do you seriously think that the wicked is going to relinquish their power over the earth willingly? You would be a fool to think so. Okay? No, they're not going to relinquish their power willingly. They're not going to do what they know that they need to do willingly. However, their time is up. The children of light has been awakened. And because of our love vibration, the frequency of divine love, it is breaking the spell of deception. Understand what I'm saying. Frequency is a real thing. Divine love is a real thing. And because the children of light has been awakened and we're walking in divine love, it's raised the frequency of the earth. Okay? And is right in time with the time intervals, the eternal time intervals of the Great Spirit. We're moving into a new dimension. I know that I'm losing some of you, but I speak by way of the Spirit. So those that is meant for will understand what I'm saying. It is time for the deliverance of the children of light. If you want to be delivered with us, then you will attach yourself to us. By attaching yourself to us, you will be applying the living word to your life. Therefore, you will be adopted into the family of the Great Spirit, being shielded by divine protection. You're gonna need it here soon to come. Okay? This is the best way that I can explain this to you. Let's continue.
That bill was $54.
Man, bro, I don't even know. Let me try to get the whole gist of what I'm talking about, bro. I don't even know how I got on that, bro. I told you I flow by way of the Spirit, okay? So let's continue.
3
What the heck?
3 months, yes. Because my bill with Cox, I forget exactly.
I know, people. I know. But I'm sorry. I flow by way of the Spirit. I don't even know where I started this thought. I'm trying to find it, okay?
And so is Cox. Because they're doing the same thing.
Okay, so yes, I'm basically talking about these bills, okay? And how they're sticking it to me because I did not have the money to pay. Alright? Trying to find exactly where I started it. Hold on.
Oh, Father, for they know not what they do. So yeah, I was talking to you about AT&T and their greed, okay? They are greedy. And so is Cox. Because they're doing the same thing. Okay, and it was less time with Cox. It was literally 3 months, yes. Because my bill with Cox, I forget exactly what date.
That's where it was. That's why I had stopped it to begin speaking to you. So the original bill for Cox was due on the 30th. Okay? So it was late. All right, let me switch you back over to Photoshop. So it was actually late, okay, but they didn't apply they didn't attach a late fee. All right, I was having a lot of grace of the Spirit, okay? It was kind of weird. It was a very strange experience, bro. I had never in my life had an internet company to where if I could not pay the bill, they didn't cut off my net. All the time before when I had Cox, if I didn't pay my bill by the second month at least, okay, they disconnected the services, okay? I don't know when when this happened right here was the first time that they literally just kept my services on for 3 months, okay, without payment. It was blowing my mind, okay? So I had a lot of grace by way of the Spirit, okay? The Spirit was also, see, this insight came later. It was a divine opportunity for people to assist, okay? So for a while, people were. assisting, all right, but it was taking a long time, so the bill was late, and I was not receiving a late fee, even though Cox was threatening to put a late fee on it. They didn't. All I had to pay was the payment that was originally due. There was no late fee. They was happy with receiving the 54.43. Okay, here on June 17th, when the bill was for May 30th. All right, the bill was for May 30th. I was a month behind back then in 2023. All right, but eventually it got to the point to where I couldn't pay it. And that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let's continue.
It was supposed to be due initially with Cox. I don't remember. But anyway, that bill was $54 and some change. Okay, so let's just say $55. All right, that is $55. So, that'll be 110 for 2 months, and then another $60-$70 basically.
And the reason why I did it like that, because I'm trying to give room for their late fees and all of that. And then later, I'm like, oh yeah, the reconnection fee. So let's continue.
All right, I would just round it off to say $70. All right. So let's see. 110 plus 70, like 180, 190. Hold on. Yeah, 110 plus 70 is 180. Yeah, 180. Not 190, okay? So that, I can understand that, but okay, so they're charging a late fee. See,
and so they still was stiffing me. They were still stiffing me as much as AT&T was. Well, not as bad. I don't think as bad, because AT&T literally charged me double. Well, and I think that Cox kind of did too, because, I want to talk about it later on in the audio, how at one point in time the representative from Cox had said that my bill was 400 and something. Okay, they had said my bill was 400 and something, but then I received some kind of credit. All right, I received some kind of credit, and that took my bill down to $211 and some change. I'm like, but that don't make sense. Why and how? Like, I don't even see how my bill could be over 200, let alone over 400. Like, it's absolutely insane what these companies do. Okay? It's unrighteous. The whole damn system is unrighteous. All right, let's continue.
See, AT&T, Cox is not as bad as AT&T, even though the bill is higher. The bill is a little higher, but AT&T stiffened me, okay? Because my bill was only $30 per month, okay? My bill was $30 per month. And, bro, it's like they are doubling what I had to pay, okay? They literally doubled my bill, all right? So because I was impoverished and poor and could not pay the $30, now you've made it $60. And I must pay $60 per month for 3 months, or I can't have my services back. So, it is what it is. I did not have it, okay? I had to make sure that I can have bus fare. I can't just give all of the whole 160 and take off what little I had, okay? Because I was already needing things, okay?
Now, let me show you something right quick. Where's that? Like, bruh. Isaiah 3:15. Why do you beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, says the Most High, power of hosts? Why do you do this? As for my people, hold on, not that. Let's see. Okay, that's it. That's all I need of this. Hold on, actually. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in your houses. Yeah, this is what you have done to us. Alright, and that's why this judgment is coming upon you. Because of the ancients of his people. Alright, we have been risen, okay? And so now is your judgment, alright? For these people have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor, alright? That which they stolen from us, they're holding on to with a firm grip, and they're refusing to give it back to us. But they grind our faces. They grind our faces. They grind the faces of the poor. They punish us for not having money. See, it would be one thing. I mean, I know I use the services, okay? I get that. You know, and it's a righteous thing to pay them if I could, okay? Not to go out there and earn money to pay them, no, because I still got to be obedient with what was spoken to my spirit, okay? However, it would have been righteous on their part. Part of what they did was righteous, okay, given all of this time, okay, but that was the grace of the Spirit, all right? You don't understand. The all power, the great Spirit can use all things for good, okay? So, you know, he calls them to have the type of heart to allow time, all right? They allowed me time, okay? However, that don't mean that they're all righteous. No. Yes, that part was righteous, okay? Allowing me time. But what would have been more righteous was to not add on all these extra added late fees and reconnection fee. I mean, seriously, people, all you doing is pushing a button. You want to charge me to push a button? Really? It's not like you gotta physically get out there and do all kind of hard wiring and... Bro, stop it. It is a punishment. It's a penalty that they stick upon the poor, those who have not. They grind the faces of the poor. This is abominable. And they have been doing this for a long time. Okay? And now we're in a time of the revealing. I'm here to reveal these things to you. I'm here to show you. I'm here to reveal it crystal clearly so that you can see the illusion, so that you can see the deception that was forced upon us. Okay? You should not hate me for my mission, for my purpose. You should want to help me. You should want to join with me. Not because you want the protection. No. You should want to join with me because that is that which is right. Okay? You want to do the right thing. Morality versus conformity. Okay? You see how they treat the poor. You see how the rich is adored and praised. Yet you want to turn a blind eye from the fact that evil is running the world. Evil people set themselves up in control over all humanity and all creation. You want to stay blinded to that. You want to stay conformed to that. Why? Because that's what you're used to. That's what you're comfortable with. Well, understand, you're comfortable and you're cozy with evil. You're comfortable and you're cozy with wickedness. You're comfortable and you're cozy with demons and devils. Understand that you are going to perish right along with all wickedness. Okay? That's why he told you to come out of her, my people, so that you be not a partaker of her iniquity. Part of her iniquity is grinding the faces of the poor. You should not hate the poor. You should have compassion and mercy upon the poor.
Okay? Didn't know how I was even going to pay the rent. All right? For March. But now I can pay the rent for March. All right? The $25 I can pay for March. And I'm getting Verizon. It should be here sometime today. All right? Today is the 29th, which is also my mom's birthday. She is a leap year baby. You know, and I'm going to wish my mama a happy birthday today, even though she cut me off. And I had not gotten to talk to her since around June or so of last year. And it hurts, you know, because I crave to talk to my mom. But my mama feels some type of way about me, you know, because I guess I was too forward about what I'm here to do, okay? As me and her spent a lot of time together, I'm not fake, and I don't hold things back, bro. I'm real. I'm myself, you know, and I was not bragging at all in the least bit. I just, you know, was saying, as a matter of factly, I'm here to shatter strong delusions and false realities, you know. And I feel like my mom feels some type of way about that. Like, how arrogant are you to say that? But you're not taking into consideration that I've already had my reality shattered. All the strong delusions and false realities that I was caught up in, it has already shattered, okay? So it's not like I haven't went through the process. She's not taking that into consideration, you know, just assuming that, you know, like, I don't know, like, but assuming that I'm just trying to force my beliefs, okay, on other people. This is how people take it. People take it as if I'm trying to force my beliefs on them.
Now, so I'm gonna explain how it's not a belief, all right? But people don't want to take into consideration that what I have been given to give, I've already applied to my life, or has already been done to me, okay? Letting go of that which I, you know, thought I knew, you know. If you've never questioned your beliefs and you never had your reality shattered, it's kind of hard to explain it to you. But I like this imagery because it's the best way that I can describe it, okay? So all your core belief systems, you know, that you hold, you know, in your mind, I don't have that no more because this happened to me, okay? You know, all them core belief systems was shattered, okay? The spell, okay, was broken, all right? Hell, I already had the eyes to see all my life. So, once my questions started to be answered by the Great Spirit, it began to, take away my strong delusions and shatter my false reality, okay? And this happened several times, not just once, okay, but repeatedly, okay, until I was reproved, okay? I had to go through the reproving, all right? And through the stages of reproving, your reality is like this, okay? Like this, all right? Everything that I thought I knew, okay, I found out it was an illusion, okay? So, the false paradigm, was shattered, okay? I was able to see through it, okay? So now, the time has arrived. My life prepared me for this. I went through the process, all right? And I was instructed to do this, all right? So the time has arrived for the hidden ones to arise. I was a hidden one my whole life. That's why I was ostracized. I was always, the world forced me away, okay? The world rejected me, okay? I was an outcast my entire life. That lines up to being a hidden one, okay? Hidden. The oracles and all of that was hidden, okay, within me, but it had to be unlocked with a key. And in order to receive the key to unlock it, it comes with humility, all right? So I humble myself to receive the keys, all right? And once I applied the living word to my life, I was instructed to arise, okay? Our lives has prepared us for this. We are the spiritual warriors. I've been battling my whole life without understanding. But now I have been well equipped, okay? Understand, when you try to come for one of us, it's detrimental to you. Because we've been well equipped to deal with you. And we do it in divine love, the frequency of love. Therefore, all of your evil is going to come back on you. Alright? We're well equipped. We are the spiritual gangsters, okay? Yeah, we the spiritual gangsters. Chosen by the eternal Great Spirit to shatter strong delusions and false realities. Why? Because we already went through it. And we are obedient. We live what we speak. Therefore, we are equipped to do our mission. Therefore, the pretenders are going to be revealed. They're not spiritually equipped. They say the same thing as the world says. Their mentality is that of the world. They're not spiritually minded. They're carnal minded. They don't have the fruits of the Spirit to bear record with their mission that they claim came from the Great Spirit. The only way you're going to know a real one is by their fruit.
But it has nothing to do with beliefs. It has everything to do with being renewed in my mind and being retaught via the Spirit of truth. Okay? Humbling myself like that of a child. Okay? that way I can receive by the way of the Spirit. I did that, okay? But my family is not doing that. They want to hold on to what it is they believe, what they hold as core beliefs. And their core beliefs was given to them by their enemy. And they don't realize that. Okay? And the same with history. Okay? What you learn in school. Okay? Especially U.S. history. Okay? American history. They created that to systematically deceive you and indoctrinate you into an illusion. Okay?
Now, I have proven this many times. I'm not going to prove it again on this video. Okay? Go watch the other videos. Alright? I have a flood of this truth by the way of the Spirit on this channel. Okay? But I just wanted to make a point to say that all you got to do is go on the channel. Okay? There's over 800 videos on this channel to help people elevate in the Spirit and in truth. Just because you people want to continue to ignore it, well, hey, refer to the first video in that melody. Alright? Continue to ignore us to your own destruction. Alright? Continue.
They literally created this illusion and forced us all into it. Because they created the curriculum, all right? They created the school system. They created the curriculum. That means you learned what they wanted you to learn, okay? That's as simple as I can put it for you. You did not learn truth, okay? You learned his story, okay? And you regurgitated. All right, you're so proud of the colonizers and how they brought civilization to society. And how they just came up with all of these great ideas and inventions. Never mind the people who they raped, robbed, and murdered and stole everything from.
Now, this I will flow by way of the Spirit. 1 second. Now, I'm going to play that little part again.
Because they created the curriculum, all right? They created the school system. They created the curriculum. That means you learned what they wanted you to learn, okay? That's as simple as I can put it for you. You did not learn truth, okay? You learned his story, okay? And you regurgitated. All right, you're so proud of the colonizers and how they brought civilization to society.
How is this bringing civilization? How is manifesting your destiny bringing civilization? No, see, when you got here, Webster's Dictionary, 1828, okay, American Dictionary of the English Language, all right, a native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born here in America. So they knew who we were, all right? When we had civilization over here, they were actually astonished. They were astonished at the civilization over here. And, you know, they lied to you about everything. So the World Fair and all of that, they did not build that. Okay? Give me a second. This is World Fair of San Francisco. Alright. 1915. You see all of this that was here? They demolished all of it. Look, they demolished all of that. Okay, why would they do that? Because they were jealous, envious, okay? They demolished our greatness. All right, Chicago World Fair. 1893, you see all of this? All right, now, look, why did they demolish all of that? That's insane. You just gonna take their word for why everything was demolished like that? Because they couldn't explain certain things away. Okay? They destroyed our greatness. Alright? Yes. (1894) fair fires. They set fire. We were living great. Okay? We were the builders. We were the architects. Bruh, let me bring this up as well. We were the inventors. See all of these inventions? This is what we spent our time doing. Okay? We didn't work jobs, and we cared about one another. We cared about humanity. Bruh, I am so sick of this. Why in the hell am I getting texts about Trump? I can give a crap less about this political crap. How the hell these people get my number? Wow, that is insane. Bruh. So anyway, we had time on our hands to pursue, our passions, okay? Not according to wicked people who set up this system. Kind of like that movie, what the heck is the name of that movie? One second. People accept the reality in which they are presented. What is the name of that movie? Give me a second. The Truman Show. Okay? Great title. Alright? The True Man Show. Like, wow, bro. They tell you the truth to your face in the movies. Goodness sakes, I still had you guys on here. And I think I was on Photoshop. And I did not switch you guys over. My bad. Yeah, okay. Now, we were the inventors, okay? And you guys could not see this that I was showing you. My bad on that. Alright, I gotta bring up the other World Fair stuff that I was showing you. Okay, this here, my bad. I only got one screen, so sometimes it's hard for me to remember to switch back and forth. Okay, make sure you guys can see now. Yes. Alright, so San Francisco World Fair 1915, alright, versus 2023. Okay, you see how they demolished this. Why in the hell would... Bro, the people who took over this land are destructive, okay? They did not bring civilization. They destroyed civilization, okay? World Fair. See, and they made money. Like, these people who colonized, they basically exploited our greatness for their gain, okay? And to build up their system. All right, this is how they got the money. They exploited us and who we were, okay, for gain for themselves, to be able to establish their system by force on indigenous land. The foreigners did this, okay? So this is what happened, all right? And they demolished all of it. Why? Like, why would you destroy such greatness? Why would you destroy such beauty? Look at this. They were the destroyers, okay? They were not the bringers of civilization. No. they destroyed civilization. This was the final part of the earth that they were allowed to come destroy. Speaking about the Gentiles, okay? The worst of the heathen, which was prophesied long before they were allowed to come over here. All right? We were warned about these people. We were warned that they would lie about everything. Yes, thine enemies shall be known as liars unto thee. Okay? The Gentiles shall come from the ends of the earth and declare that their fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Okay? So if you want to continue to attach yourself to these wicked people who destroyed our greatness and took us from what we were doing to force us to be carbon copy robots on some man's schedule so that the worst of the heathen can get up above us very high and we come down very low, you know, like why is this right here? Highest paid CEOs right here in America. This is not their land. They are the descendants of colonizers, which means they are foreigners who invaded our land by force and set up their status by force. They're the ones that implemented race. Their forefathers implemented race. Their forefathers created race. Okay? For a reason. Let us continue. Let's continue.
How they just came up with all of these great ideas and inventions. Never mind the people who they raped, robbed, and murdered and stole everything from. And then systematically impoverished, placed on the bottom of your fraudulent system.
And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke about that quite often. I bring this out often because it's important that you know what happened. It's time to stop being complacent with wickedness. It's time to stop being complacent with evil. It was pure evil what they have done. But you think it's normal. You think that this life is normal. It is not normal. It's pure evil. At that very same time, America refused to give the Negro any land. Through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm, which they hired us to do, and we knew how to cultivate this land because it was originally our land. But not only that, they provided counter agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they can mechanize our farms. Not only that, today, many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the quote-unquote black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. End quote for Martin Luther King Jr. Back in like 1965 or so, 1968 or so. Around the late 1960s, okay? Civil rights movement. But did they give us back our land? Did they give us 40 acres and a mule? No, they have not. They haven't given us anything back what they have stolen. How did the American government get the land that they gave to European immigrants? Why? Why? How? How did this happen? Through rape, robbery, and murder. They took it by force. Like, what is it that people cannot comprehend? The land was stolen from an original people that was residing here. How did they get the land that they gave to European immigrants when they themselves were immigrants to this land? They swindled our land from us and gave it to foreigners. Literally, foreigners stole our land and gave it to their fellow foreigners. And to this day, they refuse to restore back what they have stolen from the indigenous people of this land. They refuse to even acknowledge who we really are. Instead, they continue with the lie, with the stigma, with the reclassification of African American and black, knowing damn well that there is no land of origin of African American. There is no land of origin for black people. They did this for a reason, to steal our land from us and subject us up under their system. And if you continue to be complacent with this wickedness, understand that you are setting yourself as an enemy to the Great Spirit. You're doing it to yourself. The Great Spirit is not your enemy. I am not your enemy. Yet you are making yourself an enemy to morality. You're making yourself an enemy to what is right. America is the land of milk and honey. The African American is not African. This is the promised land. It is the blessed land. And a blessed seed of the land has been awakened. Don't set yourself as an enemy against us. Now, I'm not going to read all of this. I just wanted to show you. America is the true old world. The colonizers made it the land of thieves and the home of slaves. But Habakkuk 2:12 says, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity." That's what they have done. And people are complacent with this. This how they came out against us in our own land. This is back in the 60s. You see how all of them are white? Europeans, foreigners on this land? This dude right here had a tank that he'll roll up. His name Bull Connor. He will roll up in our neighborhoods with tanks. You have had a perpetual hatred for us since you've been over here speaking about the majority. So those of you who are righteous the few of you, you will humble yourself and begin to see this truth. See, the foreigners, they came over here and built their heaven on our land. Then told us ours is somewhere in the sky. Gaslighting us, making us believe that if we're good, obedient slaves, we'll get there when we die. Never mind how the wicked are getting to live lavishly, literally made their heaven on the earth at our expense. Now you praise these wicked people. Billionaires stomping all on the people. But you say 50 billion to his name. Wow, how does he do it? It's like you reverence these people. Like you aspire to be like these people. But you don't see the value in people like me. I'm nobody. Second. Yep. I'm nobody to you. You cast me off as ignorant. Because I'm showing you how wicked this world is. It's pure wickedness. You don't even see us for your selfishness, for your greed, for your gluttony. You can't even see who we are. You need to understand that riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness will deliver you from death. You have to choose righteousness with your free agency. You have to choose to turn from wickedness. Choose to turn from selfishness. Choose with your free agency to turn from greed. Choose to be generous. Choose to be merciful. Choose to be kind. That's what's going to help deliver you. Or continue praising these people. Continue attaching yourself to their wicked ass system. Clearly, he don't give a crap about the people. You know, I done showed this many times. 1 second. I showed this many times, bro. Many times. This is what they think about you. Alright? It's not just the military that he say this about. Alright? 1 second. Give me just a moment. I prove all things on here. Alright? 1 second. one thing. Oh, remember I told you that they are the destroyers? There you go. Okay? Ponder that while I look for what I was looking for. I think I found it. Alright. So this is their mindset, alright? Those who want to control everybody, okay? You want to talk about me trying to set myself up in authority. No. I humble myself to the leading of the Spirit of truth. You people keep following after these wicked-ass people who set themselves up in authority. He says, Goyim, that's everybody that's not them, alright, were born only to serve us. Without that, they have no place in the world, only to serve the people of Israel, that created state of Israel, that is, okay? In Israel, death has no dominion over them. With Gentiles, it will be like any person. They need to die, but God will give them longevity. Why? Imagine that one's donkey would die. They'll lose their money. This is his servant. That's why he gets a long life, to work well for this. I'm not going to say the word. Why are Gentiles needed? They will work. They will plow. They will reap. They will sit like an effendi and eat. This is why Gentiles were created. You see that? Some of this I'm not going to read, bro. But you see this? Gentiles inexorably trapped in a lower world, which is a hell on earth, where we exist as slaves, cattle for the... You see that? Again, the destroyers, okay? Says it will remain the destroyers, alright? Says nothing you can do will meet our demands and needs. We will forever destroy because we want a world of our own. Okay? Our race is the master race. We are the divine gods on this planet. We are different from the inferior races as they are from insects. Okay? So those that control the whole damn world, control your media and all of that, they got you loving and respecting them while hating the oppressed, the real oppressed, okay? Malcolm X told you. If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Do you think it's a coincidence that they own the media with the mindset that we just read? Is that a coincidence, or is that lining up via the Spirit of truth? Don't you think that someone that wants to control the whole world and own the world to themselves would create the media, would want to own all the media? Don't you think that they would create their laws to protect themselves? What kind of might does a Negro have in our hands in this world? Do you seriously think that our vote makes a difference in their system? You need to ask yourself these things.
Like, bro. And then, you know, you raise up the foreigners in our land to get up above us. You give them a higher status. When you seen we were all coming together, the poor was...
Hold on, before I even get that far, because I wanted to show you something. One moment. Just a moment. Because this is scripture. I'm going to connect scripture. Second. I got to try to remember what I named it, people. 1 second. Work with me. Dang it, bro. What did I name it? Could have sworn it had that. 1 second. I will find it. Because this is a scripture that's upon my heart. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Father. I just had to scroll down a little bit more. So, you know, they basically opened up the floodgates for all the nations to flock to America, okay? Giving them free land, giving them land grants, and all of these things, okay? Come to America, all right? Yes, they did this, all right? To overrun the land of the indigenous people that were here already, okay? And to, you know, set up their businesses. They were able to get business loans, okay? But there was a certain people that was not allowed to get business loans, okay? There was a certain people that was not allowed to buy houses, okay? You need to understand the systematic things that went on to keep us down and give all the other nations all around us who came over here a higher status and the red carpet laid out for them, okay? See, white and black is statuses, all right? And when whoever comes over here to this land from another nation, from another country, as long as they're not of the stigma of black, all right? Pretty much even people that look like us, when they come over here, all right, they are classified as white. All right? It's not about skin color, because it's not race, it's a class system. And it's only over here in America. All right? It's only over here in America. Everywhere else they refer to themselves by their nationality. But over here is based upon quote unquote race. All right? So all of these other nations that come over here, they're able to get business loans easier because they are of the status and class as white. Okay? But we are classed and statused as black, which is non-existent. We don't matter. We don't have no rights. We're 3/5 of a human being. This is what they have done to the indigenous people of this land. Okay? Those who you call Native American, all right, they were given casinos, all right? They were given money, reparations. But the Trail of Tears was not them, okay? They're not the ones who violently had their land stolen from them through rape, robbery, and murder. There was only a certain group of people that were reclassified. And that was those who you know today as African American and or black people. And so in our neighborhoods, in the hood, There's all of these nations all around us earning money off of us. Therefore, they are exploiting us, poisoning us, and they hate us. Every single one of them. They can't stand us. Yet they set up their business in our neighborhood in order to get our money. Bro, I really wish you people would have the eyes to see. I really wish that you will open up your heart to be able to receive. Let's go read Deuteronomy 28:43, shall we? See, all of this happened over here in the biblical land. The stranger, Deuteronomy chapter 28, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. So that's the reason why Martin Luther King said we're languishing. Okay, hold on a second. Goodness sakes, 1 second. If I can find it, bro, here it is. Alright, so that's the reason why Martin Luther King said, quote, "The Negro is still languishing in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land." Okay? Look at this nickname for the Civil Rights Act of 1968. Indian Civil Rights Act. Okay? Indian Bill of Rights. We were reclassified. We were not allowed to identify with our tribe. They reclassified us by force. Paper genocide. You're not your tribe anymore. You're a Negro. You're not your tribe anymore. You're black people. You're not your tribe anymore. You are African American. And we have no might in our hand. Okay? We are prisoners of war. So this is a spiritual battle. This is a spiritual war. They did this to us. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Y'all came over here in droves, okay? In droves, in masse. You're shipped over here to the Americas and could care less about the indigenous people. The red carpet was laid out for you. Come get free land. All of these things were given to you. But you want to look your nose down at us and tell us to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, while you hold on to all of our resources. You're on our land, living lavishly. You came over here in droves, people. This is how you flooded over our lands. This is how you were able to take over. This was biblical prophecy that has been fulfilled. to the fullest extent. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all of these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. All because my forefathers refused to keep the eternal laws of love, life, and purity in the blessed land. Okay? So great destruction was allowed to come upon us. He removed his protection from us and allowed us to go into captivity. Okay? That's why we are prisoners of war. We are the people with the signs and the wonders upon us. Because our forefathers served not the Most High our power with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. This was the land of milk and honey. We were happy on this land before it was overran by the foreigners. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Great Spirit will allow to come against thee, in hunger and in thirst, in nakedness and in want of all things. We were the people with the yokes of iron upon our neck, until we were literally destroyed as a people. The Great Spirit allowed a nation to come against us from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue we did not understand, a nation of fierce countenance. This dude got a fierce countenance. You all have a fierce countenance when dealing with us on your police force. You have dealt with us brutally, and you have yet to restore us. You do not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. They stole everything from us. They didn't leave us anything. And they've been looking at our dead bodies laying dead in the street for 3.5 days, 3.5 years, a time times and half a time. But now we are awakened. And we've been instructed to speak this word by the way of the Spirit, to give you a divine opportunity to change your heart. Our land was besieged in all of our gates, until our high and fenced walls came down, wherein we trusted throughout all of our land. We were besieged in all of our gates throughout all of our land, which the Most High, the Great Spirit, gave to us. It was only for a certain amount of time that y'all got to do what you've done. We're awakened now. Now it's time to make your choice.
When you seen we were all coming together.
Hold on, let me go back just a tad bit.
And then, you raise up the foreigners in our land to get up above us. You give them a higher status. When you seen we were all coming together, the poor was coming together against the rich. So wasn't that like Bacon's rebellion? Okay? They were impoverished and they wanted their lands that they had worked for.
Now I'm going to read this to you one more time from my tablet. I still have not gotten it off my tablet. Let's see. So, let me read this. White landowners were terrified to see black and poor white workers united in any cause. Okay? This was the aristocrats. Alright? Those that set themselves up in authority on this land. Okay? They were terrified to see, quote, black and poor white workers united in any cause. In 1676, Nathaniel Bacon led a rebellion of black and white colonists against the governor of Virginia, okay, William Berkeley, all right. They demanded that Berkeley open up new lands for settlement and end American Indian raids and regulate the abuse of servants. The short-lived rebellion resulted in the government limiting European indentured servitude. So they basically made it to where, okay, you Europeans no longer have to be a slave. Okay, you no longer have to do what they do. Speaking of so-called black people, okay, you no longer, you're not like them. So basically they gave them a higher status. They raised them up above us, not to their level. Okay, so keep in mind, all right, common white people, all right, Gentiles here who have been able to live lavishly, according to, your desires of how much you want to work and, your job of choice, your field and whatever, all right? They gave you they gave you several steps higher than us, but nowhere near them, okay? You're still subservient to those who set themselves up in authority over you. So don't get it twisted. You are still a slave. They just gave you a higher step up above us. All right? So they started limiting European indentured servitude. All right? The scales tipped. So Europeans gained new rights, and so-called Africans, because by this time they reclassified us, okay, lost our freedom, okay? The American Indians, all right, which pretty much at this time in 1676, bro, we had been beat down a lot already from the Spaniards, okay? We had dealt with the Spaniards taking over our land and raping, robbing, and murdering, okay? Selling us, all right? Shipping us to all over the place, all right? The Deuteronomy 28 is talking about this land. Okay, they came and took us from here, from the Americas to Spain, to England, to Africa. Okay, they were shipping us all over the freaking place, but from here. Okay, they didn't bring us here from Africa. No, they were taking us from here all over the earth. Okay, understand? They lied to you. They lied to you. All right. They did not tell the truth to you. So you have to unlearn, people. You got to unlearn. So the Bacon's Rebellion was when they had to create race. They created race after that. All right? In order to give white people status. Okay? 1 second. So Bacon's Rebellion was 1670. Let me look and see again. 1676, I think. Yep, 1676. All right. But then the Virginians legislated a new class of people into existence, the whites. They gave the whites certain rights. Okay? But see, these people who set themselves up in authority, they don't consider themselves white. No, they call themselves something else. Refer to Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. Okay? So they gave whites certain rights, okay? And they took other rights away from the indigenous people who were reclassified as black. All right? White as a language of race appears in Virginia around the 1680s and seems to first appear in Virginia law in 1691. And thus whiteness, and to a degree, as well as blackness, was born in the mind of America. I give receipts. I show you the receipts. I show you the proof. I don't just speak these words out my mouth with no receipts. Okay?
And the rich, the wealthy, the aristocrats was refusing to give them their freaking land. So both the foreigners and the Aboriginal Americans, the indigenous Americans, all right, the foreigners and the Indians, all right, began to come together to get their land that they had worked for. Okay, there was no such thing as colorism. We were all humanity. Okay, we weren't dealing with no color stigmas and all of that. That was created. Okay, and it was created after Bacon's Rebellion. All right, so after Bacon's Rebellion, you know, they basically created, you know, the white race. Okay, so you guys are going to be a little bit higher than these guys, which were the American Indians, okay? So they made the foreigners higher status than us. So it soothed their needs, okay? That's why they turn a blind eye to us. They don't care about us because they're getting their needs met by the aristocrats, okay? And this shows your heart, Gentiles, Europeans. You don't care that for all of this time, you have been foreigners on our land, getting our benefits, and the aristocrats catering to you while casting us to the corner, languishing in the corners of America, impoverished in our own land.
And this is the purpose of the righteous M's. Okay? Because the righteous M's, and the way you will know you are righteous is by your heart and by your deeds. By your fruit you shall know them. Now the Great Spirit allowed all these nations to flood over here to the blessed land. And all of this time, you got to live in your blessing. You got to get handed down generational wealth. You got handed down generational wealth. Okay? Your purpose, those who are seeking, is to join with the vine for the divine mission of the Great Spirit upon the earth. You are to pour into us resources. We are instructed to pour into you the Spirit. Okay? We're lacking resources, but we are full of the Spirit, wealthy in the Spirit. You are poor in the Spirit, lacking the Spirit, but wealthy in resources. Okay? So we are supposed to come together, the elm and the vine, is a divine work that the Great Spirit is going to do upon this earth.
And you think this is perfectly okay. You think this is justified. You think that this is going to continue to go on for eternity. That we're supposed to be your perpetual slave. No, we're in a time of the revealing. And truth is, you're about to weep. Okay? Yes, you're about to wail and moan. Yes, you are going to weep bitterly, okay? And you're going to be astounded, okay?
Now, let me go ahead and get the scripture reference to that, okay? 1 second. And let me look at my time here. What's my time on this? Bro, I'm almost reaching 2 hours again. Oh my goodness, let me hurry up. Let me see where I am on this audio too. Bro, I don't really want to start up a new one. I don't think we should not get nowhere near no 3 hours, so we should be almost done with this audio here. I think it has about maybe 9 or 10 more minutes, something like that. About maybe 9 minutes. 9 or 10 minutes. Alright. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And this is where we're at, people. Alright. Very, very close. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Is this not happening right now? The righteous are as bold as a lion. I've been instructed to speak this word by the way of the Spirit. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Yeah, they will be astounded with our salvation on many different levels. Okay? And many are troubled right now. Many are standing in terrible fear right now as this word is going forth, burning up the wicked, okay? Causing them to hear their conscience in which they seared for many years. All right? And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We're the ones with the stigmas, the labels, the bywords upon us, reclassified over and over and over again. Refuse to acknowledge who we really are. All so that you can keep our land and all of our resources. All so you can keep us up under subjection. You're going to say we fools accounted his life madness. 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 It's madness. What you mean you following a spirit? What you mean you got to follow what's in your heart? That's madness. You're grown as an adult. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's madness what you say. But you're going to say, you're going to admit that you were a fool for accounting my life as madness and what I've been instructed to do. You're going to say we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Oh, you know it's in your heart. You know that you wish me homeless. You know that you wish me offline. You know that you wish all of these wicked things upon me, though I don't wish that upon anybody. You're going to ask yourself, how is he numbered among the children of the Great Spirit, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the Son of righteousness rose not upon us. You're going to admit that you wearied yourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it. You are going to declare. Jeremiah 16:19. This is you really quick, bruh. Y'all already doing it, okay? It's already happening. You are living in the days of prophecy. There are Gentiles speaking out. There are Gentiles declaring how they inherited lies. I just played a video the other day. Jeremiah 16:19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in a day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. Because money is not eternal. Materialistic things is not eternal. When your heart stops beating and your spirit leaves your physical body, you cannot take your money nor your materialistic possessions with you. But guess what you are going to take with you? Your conscience, your heart condition, your actions, how you lived your life. All of them things is embedded in your conscience. It was recorded. All your thoughts. That's what you're going to be taking with you. And that's what is going to judge you. Oh, goodness sakes. Let's read here verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. But you don't think the Great Spirit can see you? You don't think the Great Spirit can see what's in your heart? Gentiles? Evangelical Christians? You don't think that the Great Spirit can see how you really view us? The blessed seed of this land? You say preposterous. Your land is in Africa. You're an African. How arrogant. Like, wow. What gives you the right to tell me who I am? All because you were educated in the educational system. The Great Spirit's eyes is upon all your ways. Your deeds is not hid from the face of the Great Spirit. Neither is your iniquity hid from his eyes. And first, your iniquity is going to be recompensed. And your sin double. Because you have defiled his land, the blessed land that he allowed you to come over to. Not only have you defiled the land, but have filled his inheritance, that be the children of light, with carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. That means you taught us to eat the flesh of animals. And not only did you make it normal to eat dead bodies of animals. But these days, they've made us all cannibals. They made us all flesh eaters of... They made us eat human, bro. Okay? Yes. Yes. I don't care what you want to believe. But they have systematically made us cannibals. We're cannibals anyway, eating animals. But yes, we partake in of human flesh. All of us that eat so-called meat. All of us that's ate burgers, okay, from fast food restaurants, okay, understand, they have reached the height of their wickedness. So yes, the Great Spirit declares that first he will recompense their iniquity and their sin double. They're about to reap every single thing that they have sown, because they have defiled the land, and they have filled his inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in a day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto us from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself? Money. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is the Most High. They ain't know his ways. As the way of the Lord, they have not known it. For what has pride profited us? Or what good has riches with our vaunting brought us? All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hastens by. All right? And it goes on to tell you over and over and over again how quickly your money is going to fade from you. It's just going to be taken from you. Okay? Like, you going to try to go to the bank to withdraw your money, and you're going to be unable to. Okay? For you put your trust and faith in mortal men, not in the Great Spirit. All right? I'm not going to read the rest of this. Okay? I proved my point.
And moan. Yes.
Let me get the whole context. 1 second.
You think that this is going to continue to go on for eternity? That we're supposed to be your perpetual slave? No, we're in a time of the revealing. And truth is, you're about to weep. Okay? Yes, you're about to wail and moan. Yes, you are going to weep bitterly. Okay? And you're going to be astounded. Okay? Not that I wish this upon you, but this is all biblical prophecy. All right? It's biblical prophecy that I'm giving you. These ain't my words that I speak. Okay? It's biblical prophecy that many of you are about to weep. Okay? You're about to weep because you're about to reap every single thing that your forefathers and you have sown. Okay? Because your forefathers sown the wickedness of spilling our blood. Okay? And you perpetuated the wickedness by cleaving and holding on to our stuff. All right? Refusing to give it back. All right?
Now, when you build a town with blood, there's penalty coming for that. All right? You are the descendants of your forefathers, okay? Hold on. I already read it to you. Habakkuk 2. I think I might still have it up. 1 second. Let me see. I'll close out of that. Let me close out of some of this stuff right quick, so I can make room. Stuff that I don't need anymore. Give me just a moment, people. Alright. I'm gonna switch you guys over in just a second. Alright. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establishes a city in iniquity. Okay? Give me 1 second. Give me just a moment. I'm flowing by way of the Spirit. So let me switch you over to the 2D right quick, the Chrome. Okay, because I wanted to get a little bit more of this. Woe to him who builds a city with bloodshed and establishes a town by iniquity. This is exactly what the colonizers have done. All right? You cannot sweep this under the rug and just act like it doesn't matter how this system came about. You can't just act like it doesn't matter what happened to the original indigenous people of this land, who is still here, languishing. Okay? You can't keep ignoring us and claim that you love the Great Spirit. Alright? Because this, woe to him who builds a city with bloodshed and establishes a town by iniquity. Okay? This happened. And it was allowed for a certain period of time. Now the bill is due. Okay? Goes on to say, is it not indeed from the Most High of Hosts that the labor of the people only feed the fire and the nations weary themselves in vain? Like, did not the Most High tell us that the labor of the people only feeds the fire? When you feed the fire, that's something that is perpetual, right? You're on a perpetual cycle. Why? Because these people want to perpetually get gain from you. All right? Perpetually fund their wars. And all of these things perpetually fund their wickedness. So this is feeding the fire. The labor of the people only feeds the fire. And the nations weary themselves in vain. Because you're not doing it for righteousness' sake. You're doing it to sustain the wickedness of this system that is fraudulent. It's a fraudulent system that was set up by force. Therefore, you are wearying yourself in vain. You are working your jobs and earning your money and saving your money in vain. For now the earth is being filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Great Spirit, as the waters cover the sea. Okay? That's happening. His knowledge, his oracles is flooding the earth right now. Do you know what that's going to do to this system? It is going to destroy it. Okay? Once people really wake up and realize that they have been living in illusion, that's it. The spell is broken. See, the spell was broken in my mind first. It was broken for me. All the strong delusions that I had. The spell was broken. Okay? Their deceptions were broken. Alright? That's why the Father is using me to help speak this word, to help you. Alright? Come out of the deception. Come out of the strong delusion. Okay? It's not like this system ain't gonna crash and you ain't gonna lose your money and all your wealth and all of that as long as you continue believing in it. Okay? That ain't what I meant by that. Alright? No, you're gonna perish with this system. I'm only here to give you a divine opportunity. Okay? Not to force you. He always raises us up before destruction. Okay? So you get your choice. Now, bro, it's after 2 hours, okay? Let me make sure I wasn't doing anything else, okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and continue. Let's continue.
Refusing to step down, okay? Of having first-class citizenship here in our land.
Hold on, let me go back.
Not that I wish this upon you.
No, I don't wish it
but
upon anybody.
This is all biblical prophecy.
You're in a valley of decision.
Alright? It's biblical prophecy that I'm giving you. These ain't my words that I speak. Okay? It's biblical prophecy that many of you are about to weep. Okay? You're about to weep because you're about to reap every single thing that your forefathers and you have sown. Okay? Because your forefathers sown the wickedness of spilling our blood. Okay? And you perpetuated the wickedness by cleaving and holding on to our stuff. Alright? Refusing to give it back. Alright? Refusing to step down. Okay? Of having first-class citizenship here in our land. Why do you have first-class citizenship when you're a foreigner on our land? How are we second class? Under 3/5 of a human being in our own damn land. But we ain't the biblical people? Really? Stop lying to yourself. So anyway, I'm not staying on here. I got things to do.
You are in the valley of decision, okay? You are in the valley of decision no matter what you believe, no matter what you think. You are in the valley of decision, okay? You're gonna pick your side, one way or another. Ignore us, ignore this truth. Guess what? You're picking your side. Okay? Now, let's continue.
So anyway, I'm not staying on here. I got things to do. I'm about to go make my coffee. I just had that on my heart, bro. About this system, these wicked ass people, greed. Okay? Oh, so the thing is, with the 160, I'll be able to have internet, for 2 months, because I'll be able to pay it, March, when did he say the bill was due? I think March 25th. I can't remember exactly when, bro. I have to ask them again when it's due.
I'll be having a hard time trying to remember these dates, bro, and there's so many dates in my head and whatnot. But I'll definitely make sure and find out when that bill is due. I think it's on the 25th, but I'm not for sure. As you're going to hear, the bill is $50 per month. The reason why I said I should have it for about 2 months is because pretty much the first month's free, okay? I didn't have to pay anything up front. All right, they sent me the equipment and all of that, so I'm gonna pay it, when it's due. And then, like I said, I was able to pay the rent. I gotta get Tiggy more food, and there's just other things that I need. Okay, so there you have it. I'll have it as long as I can have it. Okay, and if people still refuse to show love and compassion and mercy and empathy and all of that, hey, I'm dependent upon the Great Spirit to sustain my life, period. I never know where my life is going to end up at, okay? Month after month, okay? I literally don't know. I depend upon the Great Spirit to sustain me, okay? For real, for real. Let's continue.
But March 25th or so is when I have to make the $50 payment. So it's $50 a month, okay? It went from about $55 a month to $30 a month, and now it's $50 a month, okay? I am still 100% dependent upon the Great Spirit to sustain me, all right? I tried to do the right thing by, one of them companies, AT&T or Cox, to get my net back. But, that didn't work, bro. Nobody had the ears to hear, the heart to receive, or the eyes to see, And I don't blame them, I'm not blaming nobody. It's just the fact that I know what it is. Okay, it's the cold hearts of the people, and they've been conditioned. Okay, so I have pity upon you. I have mercy and compassion upon you. I understand that you've been conditioned. Okay, I get you've been conditioned to be selfish. You've been conditioned to be a hoarder of money. So that being said,
and not only that, you've been conditioned to look your nose down at a certain group of people, okay? To view us as nothing, all right? To view us as the scum of the earth. Therefore, it takes humility. You got to humble yourself to unlearn the indoctrination. See us for who we truly are. Okay? So-called black people ain't never really been a hateful people. We're not the people perpetuating hatred towards other nations. There may be a handful now because of all the things that's been done to us. I mean, can you really blame them? Yeah, they're still gonna, be judged by what's in their heart. But damn, you can't really blame them too much, okay? Because, bro, y'all done the most to us, okay? You done the most to us, for real, for real. You need to own up to this. And that you're in the valley of decision. I keep telling you you're in the valley of decision because you are, all right? It's time to come face to face with this truth, with this real reality. All right?
it takes time to overturn the hearts and minds of the people, I'm not in a hurry. It's all in the Father's timing. You know, it'd be nice to be able to soar in my purpose. You know, have what I need to do what I need to do, okay? To do what I'm doing, really. But it would enhance what I'm doing because I would have what I need, okay? You know? But I don't demand anything of anybody. I'm not here to force anybody. I'm literally here to speak the living word by the way of the Spirit. And those who have the ears to hear will hear. And they will do what they know that they need to do. So I stand firm on that. And, you know, I had all of this time without internet, and I made do, okay? It was only 1 day or 2 days kind of that I was going a little stir crazy because the phone went out, basically. The phone was saying I had no service. So, I'm like, I don't have any internet as it is, and now you're saying I have no phone service? Like, really, bro? Like, so you just cut me off from everybody, basically. So yeah, bro. I have not been comfortable in this. I've been at peace, but I ain't been comfortable, okay? I haven't been at rest. All right, I've constantly been on edge. It's like I've been hanging from this cliff of a mountain by my freaking fingernails, okay? And it hurts. I grow weary. I grow tired. But I do this for the salvation of the people. I do this for the salvation of the people. It's like, this is what I was created for. And I can't shake that feeling. I was not created to fill out job applications and beg some freaking corporation or company to hire me. And spend my time, energy, and effort earning money. I can think of a million more things to do with my time. Helping people. Inspiring people. Giving to people. Okay? This is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Not being a carbon copy robot on some man's schedule. It would just really be nice when people start showing love, compassion, and mercy to me, bro. Like, it's absolutely abhorrent in the eyes of the Great Spirit how the children of light have been treated, especially now that we have the fruits of the Spirit. You should cherish us. You should love us, not want to punish us for not doing what you're doing. You want my heart to grow stony like yours. But it ain't going to. You want me to be subservient to wicked people. But I'm not going to. I'm going to submit myself to the Great Spirit. I'm going to continue to submit myself to the Great Spirit. and we shall see which one of us will last. On that note, I ain't got nothing else to say. Shalom.
All right, there you have it. That's the whole audio. That was the message that was upon my spirit to bring to you today. And I fulfilled my duty. Okay? I fulfilled my duty for the message that was upon my spirit to bring to you. So, on that note, I ain't got nothing else to say. Shalom.